Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. We're going to talk about lots and lots of changes on eBay right now and how they impact you as a seller and what you can do. And if you don't know, that's what I always focus on is what can I do? There are plenty of people that will talk about what we can't do, that just sort of cry and moan and, evil eBay this and evil eBay that. And I don't do that. I will certainly call out things that I think need updating and need to be fixed. But what I really focus on is sort of like, this is what we're dealing with, and this is what you can do, and this is the way to make the best of it. And just to start too, there are hundreds of thousands of sellers that are making tons of money on eBay, because sometimes I'll have newer sellers come to me, hi Sharon, and they're like, oh, I'm so scared to list, and I'm, whatever, and or people coming from other platforms, because many sellers, we sell on many platforms, and they're like, oh, I'm hearing this and that. And bottom line is there's hundreds of thousands of people that make a ton of money on eBay. eBay is a very profitable e-commerce site. It's actually a very long-term e-commerce site too. It's it's been around for a long, long time. It started as an auction site before it went to, just for you to know, over 80% of the listings now are a fixed price or buy it now. So certainly eBay's gone through massive changes and started as auction web. Just like Amazon, when it started, if you're not aware of this, was used books. So change is constant in the land of e-commerce. But let's get to it. A lot of store category changes, item specific changes. Some sellers have been fine. Some sellers, it's like, oh, this is really aggravating. And other sellers are having a tough time. So without doing too deep a dive on it, and this happens every time there's a category update. I saw a lot of clothing, and there was a big clothing one last fall. So trust me that I've been there. I totally understand the pain. It's very frustrating. And yes, it's very frustrating when eBay does this, as we're in fourth quarter and eBay keeps doing it. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. If you're faced with that, you still have a lot of updates to deal with the category changes and the item specifics. The thing that you always want to look at first is, what are the required item specifics in your dashboard? And this will happen when you log into eBay. If you're seeing required, and I'm going to keep saying that, required item specifics that you're missing, you want to take care of that first, because required item specifics heavily impact you in search. eBay's saying it needs that piece of information to properly index your item. And if you don't have it, there's a good chance your item is not being indexed properly. So look for required. Now, I know when you see all the recommended, it can be incredibly frustrating, because you sort of feel like, oh, there's all this work that I should be doing. But it's recommended, and realize it's recommended by a bot. It's AI, it's artificial intelligence, it's computer generated. Oftentimes you look at them and you're like, I don't get it. But it does pay to look at them as you have time. What I always recommend is look at the ones that are either your most expensive items or the items most likely to be selling now, and I'll give you some tips on that. But do it as you have time. But required, you absolutely want to take a look at. Now, what I did want to address, and I'm going to date this is October 26th, is there has been a massive change to eBay stores that just rolled out, I believe, in the past 24 hours to the storefront. So if you don't have an eBay store, listen to this, because you may have an eBay store soon and you're going to want to know about it. But if you're not aware of it, there really has been no big change to eBay stores for a long time. And it sort of looks that way, sort of like it's working, but it's old. So the storefront, which is your look, which is the banner area, which is the landing page for your store, has dramatically changed. And it's the same now on mobile. And if you're not aware of this, the majority of shoppers now are on mobile. I believe it's well over 80% now. Okay. So eBay wanted something that looks really great on mobile as well as on desktop, that will attract shoppers. Like when they're landing on it, they're going to want to stay there. And the other thing is that they're going to want to click it, which is good for us that have eBay stores, because what it means is eBay's helping us, one, to attract the shoppers, but two, to keep them in our store. which is one thing that store owners have always talked about is, oftentimes people be in the store and eBay's going, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. So with the changes in the storefront, eBay's giving you ways to keep people in your store. And this is a very good thing. Now, what's interesting is that eBay has rolled out this change in eBay stores without any kind of tutorial. Now, in eBay Open Online, and you can find it on the eBay for Business YouTube channel, there were some show and tell about the storefront, but basically showing us and talking about it, but no tutorials at all about how we were going to do it. So I wanted to address it so that you can start to play with it. And it's going to be different for everybody, depending on what categories you sell in, how much time you have to play with this. So I want to explain it to you so that you can use it as you have time. First priority is always getting listings up. I do encourage you to do social media because that helps you with search. It helps you to get traffic, and it's something that you have a little bit more control over. I mean, eBay does what it does with search, but it's good to have social media traffic, social media also driving traffic to your items. But now we have an eBay storefront that's been dramatically updated. And I was going to show you with my friend Bill and Maida Webster's storefront Connectables, because I noticed that they have started to play with this. So I'm going to show this to you. So this is Connectables. And what you'll notice at the top is featured items, which we have always had. The way you get to the banner to be able to edit your eBay store is you go to Manage My Store, which is in Seller Hub, and then you're going to click Edit Store. When you do that, you're able to add featured items. You do it manually, okay? So once you do that, and this is what I wanted to show you, they have added this holiday row, which is a new function of the eBay store. So you're going to go to Manage My Store, Edit Store. When you land on Edit Store, you're going to see a little banner that says we've updated the store management experience. Click help for more information if you can't find what you're looking for. And I click the help, and it's all kinds of things about Selling Manager and nothing about the banner images and all these changes here. So you're welcome to click the help, but it's absolutely nothing, at least for now, about these new rows. But what Bill and Maida did was this holiday row they added, which I think is brilliant. So if you have items that are good for stocking stuffers, good for gifts, I'm also thinking of things happening in November and December. Don't forget that people have weddings this time of year. There's formal parties this time of year. So depending on what you sell, you might have a lot of toys. You could do a toy banner. So what they've done is you click Edit Store. You do have the ability, by the way, to click a tab and do featured categories. So if you want, you can create strips that are going to be featured store categories. So let's say I have a woman's clothing category. I could feature that like this, like the holiday, okay? I could feature toys. I can feature men's shirts. So you'll go and you'll click, and eBay has a drop down, and you'll see the different things that you can feature. It's your eBay store categories. So there's that ability. Then underneath featured categories, there is feature your listings. You can add up to 4 featured listing rows to highlight listings on your storefront. To edit the listings in a specific row, there's an edit icon. And then there's a drop down with different rows you can add. And these are the rows that you can add right now. You can add best sellers, popular items, holiday collection. So the names are pre-filled, items on sale, and just in. And what they've added is holiday. And then you're uploading the listings. All you do is click and you're uploading it. So you can now have a banner of holiday, just in, best sellers. And what I was thinking about is this is very much like with retail when you go by, because I'm here in New York City, and you go by Macy's Herald Square, and they'll have a featured window for women's clothing on the second floor, a featured window for chocolates. I remember Godiva chocolates would always have a wonderful window, so different items would have different feature windows in the stores. And that's what eBay's giving us with this new storefront, okay, is that we are getting lots of windows and you choose what you want to feature. I would go and look at it. I would keep it very simple. This is not giving you another thing to go down. There is going to be a little bit of a learning thing, but obviously you click it, you make choices, publish it, and look at it and see what you like. So again, what items would you want to feature right now? Like for instance, here in New York, it's gotten a little chilly. If I had a lot of great sweaters, I might want to feature sweaters or winter coats or mufflers or kids' toys. If I'm more collectibles, let's say I just got a great bunch of wonderful vintage t-shirts. Maybe I'm going to want to feature them. But remember, this is going to be like for my sellers that have been around for a while. Remember when we had eBay collections, which is like 5 years ago, 6 years ago? It reminds me very much of that, but now it's on your storefront. And I got to tell you, create one, look at it on desktop, and then flip over and look at it on your phone. It looks really good on mobile, really good. And again, remember, this is free. This is part of what's free because part of your eBay store subscription, but there's no added fee. It's not like promoted listings where I'm paying per sale. Okay, this is included in my eBay store subscription. And now I can highlight parts of my store. And let's say you've highlighted a certain thing, and let's say you're done with it. You can just delete the row. You know what I mean? You can just delete it. Then you can add a new one, right? So let's say with the new year, because New Year tends to be more like about fitness. And let's say I've got some great fitness products I want to highlight. I could then do a strip about fitness, but take a look at it. Right now, there is no information on the site that I have seen, and maybe eBay's coming. I did send an email saying it might be good to put, some information on the eBay for Business page or on their YouTube. But right now, this is it. Maybe because it's in flux, maybe because they're doing some tweaks. I don't know. But let me tell you something with eBay that I've learned. When something rolls out that is new, like this storefront, it is always wise to be an early adopter. Those of us that were in promoted listings in the beta at the very beginning learned this because you will be one of the first that is using it, like Bill and May doing it with Connectables with their holiday thing. It is very, very good to be an early adopter, to put up the banner, to try it, to do some newly listed, to highlight different parts of your store. Why? Because other people aren't doing it. It's a way to stand out to shoppers. And again, I've got a little clock here. Look at the clock, give yourself like, okay, I'm going to do this for like half an hour. I'm going to play around with it and look at it. And then the other thing is track it. I use Google Calendar, but however you do, take notes and write down. Started an eBay store banner on stocking stuffers, October 26th, and see if your sales go up, right? There's no way to track it. I wish there was, but watch if your sales go up, okay? Bonus tip, with some of them, you can upload images with featured images when you're able to feature parts of your store, the different store categories. So obviously you could upload an image for anything that you're selling. Like if my store category that I'm showing off is women's clothing, I could upload a woman's blouse. But my social media people, if you have a lovely Canva graphic that has 4 or 5 of your blouses, let's say a collage, you can upload that. So then you're repurposing your content, right? So I have that collage that I'm using on Pinterest or that I'm using on Instagram or that I'm using on Facebook. Because I'm highlighting that part of my eBay store, I could upload that as the image for that part of my eBay store and repurpose it and be more engaging and stand out a little bit to my shoppers. Okay. Now, then the question is, well, Kathy, what do I highlight? I have 500 listings up. I have 100 listings up. I have 50 listings up. I have 1,000 listings up. I have 3,000 listings up. What do I highlight? And this is, I don't have any hats around. I put a hat on. This is when you put your think like a buyer hat on and you go, okay, what are people really looking for right now? So obviously we're going into holidays. Do you have anything holiday, anything Thanksgiving, anything Christmas? And remember, Christmas and Hanukkah are colors. So just because it's not a Christmas sweater, right? Because it doesn't have trees and Rudolph on it, but it's red, that's a Christmas sweater. That's a Christmas top, right? Or scarf, right? And Hanukkah colors, silver and blue. So here I am, my blue eBay t-shirt is So I have red clothing, right? I might want to highlight that on the store. Same thing too. Thanksgiving, do I have the autumnal colors? People tend to go for the oranges and the deep greens and that kind of thing around Thanksgiving. Okay, so think about that. More fall, winter clothing, but don't forget the southern states, and they're still dressing in lighter clothing, and you're international. So just think about what would I want to be highlighting, what, and then go, you can look in therapy, is to look at what was really selling of the type of thing that I'm selling, the women's clothing, my collectible vintage t-shirts, what was really selling a year ago. And then I've also got a wonderful free guide for you. It's Essential Fall and Winter Products. It's free. It's over 10 pages of items that sell right now. And if you just hop on over to my website, Fall and Winter Essential Products Guide, you can grab that and download it. It is my gift for you. If you don't know, I worked in brick and mortar retail here in New York City for well over 15 years. I also sold on QVC for over 6 years. So yes, summer sells year round. And yes, if you don't know this, Christmas absolutely sells year round. So does Halloween. So do other holidays. But there are things that have heavier sales in the fall, winter time. And grab this, because particularly if you've got a lot of unlisted inventory, which many of us have, it's good to look at, to go, of this closet full or room full of unlisted inventory, what would be good to get up first? Because what you want to do when you're listing is to list the things that are going to be bringing revenue to you and your family the quickest. You know, there are things that are long tail items that are going to be up for a year, year and a half, 2 years. But many times using something like my Fall Winter Essential Product Guide, you can quickly look at the room full, the box full, the closet full of items and pick, oh, those 10 items, and I wouldn't even have thought of that. You know what? Let me get those up right now, because I can really see that they're going to be a big item for fall, winter, and get the cash coming in. So for those of you with item specifics and category changes, keep an eye out for the required item specifics. Those are really essential to you. Okay. For those of you with an eBay store, do play around with the new store, especially because it just rolled out. It's good to be among the first to try it, and feature items. What would be selling right now? What's a big category for you that you want to bring people into? Okay. And put that up there and use those category settings. You can see that in Edit My Store. And then hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, and grab your Fall Winter Essential Products Guide. You will love, love, love it. Thank you, Sharon. Yes, I love giving out free guides. Tiffany says, I set mine up last night. Yay! I'll go and look at your store, Tiffany. That's Tiffany's Trinkets and Treasures. Pam, I like the idea, especially for holidays and sale items. Yes, Pam, that's what I was thinking. And clearance, right? How many times when you go into a store, they have that clearance rack, that clearance section? Again, it's another way that eBay is really thinking retail. They're really thinking like a physical store, and to have the capabilities that a store has and giving it to us virtually, and also giving it to us in a way that looks good on mobile. But again, jump in there and try it. Again, I don't want you to like hours and hours to go into this, but 30 minutes is well worth it, because you want to be among the first to do it. It's a good thing. It'll help you to stand out, because it's another way you go, oh, look at that store, because it has a little something extra that the other stores don't have. And grab my Fall Winter Essential Products Guide. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.